if you remember Sanjaya Malakar, there was this girl they focused on who was just crying hysterically while he sang. It was so overcome.
Early 2000s with my trivia career, a lot of that. A lot of girls crying at the beauty of my questions. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Good Times and the Greatest. My name is Johnny Goodtimes, and I am joined, as always, by my moderately esteemed colleague, Neal Pollack. Neal, welcome to the show.
Hello, Johnny. I'm going for two in a row this week.
Yep.
2 wins in a row.
Going first time ever for 2 in a row. And you are preparing to go on vacation, correct?
Yes, I am leaving on vacation tomorrow. I guess because of the delay on this, there will be no home break-ins. Plus, no one knows where I live. My wife and I are going to Italy.
Oh.
Wow.
Yeah, yes, we are. We have even though I'm not Italian, we're still having a family reunion in Sicily, because my aunt and uncle like it there, and this is their chance to get everyone together. So we're going to Sicily, but my wife and I are also going to Milan and Venice and a few towns in between. So we're going to
and this is all obviously being paid for by the show. The Good Times the Greatest picking up the tab on Neal's trip. That's the thing I love about working with this company. It's just the checkbook's wide open.
I don't even know who's paying for it. I really shouldn't be going on this trip at all. Frankly, I can't really even afford to go to Port Aransas. But I'm doing it anyway. I'm going to Italy. God,
YOLO.
I'm gonna just like Stanley Tucci.
Mm-hmm. So we want to welcome our guest this week, coming to us live from Los Angeles. It is the great American entertainment journalist, editor, and author Richard Rushfield, director and columnist and co-owner of Ankler Media. Richard, welcome.
Thank you so much. I'm excited to be here on Neal's final show before he joins the Cosa Nostra there in Sicily.
Richard, I thought this was between you and I, but there's a reason we're sending him to Sicily.
Yeah.
I need a new co-host, so this was the easiest way to get rid of the body.
Well, the car is going to blow up.
Right.
just someone we need you to talk to while you're there, Neal. It's
right. Yeah. They're gonna bring you down. The guy's got a cask of Amontillado. He'd love for you to check out. So just join him and have some fun while you're there.
He's gonna make me an offer.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
So Richard, you have, like I said, you are the co-owner of Ankler Media. You've written in LA for long time.
Yeah.
Right. A long time. Tell us a bit, how did you get into that, and what are your favorite topics to write about?
Well, I cover the entertainment industry now. I write about kind of the boring side of entertainment, as I like to say, the business side and the side that nobody who doesn't work in it would ever want to hear about. And I just, I drifted into journalism about, several or more decades ago, and found it a good profession for someone who likes to poke their nose in other people's business, as I enjoy. And also I've spent the time since then looking to see if I have any other skills that I might put to use in any other industry as this one has collapsed. And so far I've come up empty, but maybe this will start a great trivia career for me.
Well, Richard sells himself a little. Richard and I have been friends for a long time. Full disclosure.
Since the day. We knew each other since the day.
Yeah. One of the few people who continues to talk to me in multiple decades. Generally, I know people.
Wait, was there a choice? I wasn't told I could opt out. I didn't get that setting on my Neal Pollack account.
Most people I know me in 1 decade of my life, but not multiple decades. Richard and I have known each other a long time. And he sells himself a bit. I actually personally think he's the the single best entertainment journalist
Thank you
working.
very much.
I mean, the competition is thin.
That's my secret. That's a secret of survival in this industry. You've got to
Yeah.
pick the niches where all the competition is.
But if you want to know what is actually going on in Hollywood, Richard is a good person to read, and he also, he's very well watched and has, to my mind, other than myself, the best taste in movies of anyone I know. He doesn't have better taste than doesn't have better taste than me. No one does.
Wow.
Right, sure.
But it's close.
I'm trying to think what movies we've disagreed about. I'm
Almost none.
yeah. Well, there you
Yeah,
go.
you and I both agree that Top Secret is the greatest movie ever made, or one of them.
Yeah. It's. I mean, I don't. If it's not the top, it's tied for that because I don't know that anything is funnier than Top Secret. So
Nothing funnier has ever been made than Top Secret.
That's a good one.
So Richard is covering Hollywood all these years. Is Hollywood more interesting than people think it is, or less interesting than people think?
You know, the scandals are like you. When I like about 15 years ago, I really started covering the industry side of it instead of like be a critic as a critic and all that. And I thought like, oh, we're going to be sort of all kinds of skeletons in the closet and they'll keep dungeons and sex slaves in the basement and everything. And it's all just like, oh, they bulked up the catering budget on this thing to put some of the housekeeping expenses over in column 6 instead of column 3. It could not be less glamorous and spicy, as they say.
All right, well, let's take a look at our board and inspired by our guest, Richard. Our topics are alliterative names,
Right.
ankles,
That one.
ankles, as in the ankle, American Idols.
No, also
Yeah, we'll chat about your book a little bit later in the show. And the Mount Rushmore of terrible TV. I saw that you recently did a Mount Rushmore of television.
Yeah.
I decided to go to the other end of Mount Rushmore, the back end of Mount Rushmore.
That's important.
And we'll take a look at the terrible
the backside of the mountain where they all have their pants pulled down around their ankles.
Yeah.
Correct.
No.
So, all right. So, Richard, since you are our guest, I'll let you take control of the board.
All right, good. I promise to use it well. I'll go with American Idols for 100.
American Idols for 100. What idol did Aaron help the Israelites construct?
That would be a golden calf.
That would be a golden calf. That is correct.
Fantastic.
I'm glad you didn't pass that question over, Richard. Thank you. I'll be here all week. Actually, no, I actually want to. I'll be in Italy.
Wait, what season of American Idol was Aaron on? Was that season 6?
It was Fantasia's. He was he finished 4th the year Fantasia won.
Yeah.
I'm going to go over to alliterative names for 300.
Alliterative names for 300. This guy used to host Headbangers Ball on MTV.
Oh my God.
Did you watch this at all, Neal?
No, I never watched it. I watched Yo MTV Raps, and that.
Yeah, well, that's the funny part. That's how only way I know it. It's because I used to watch Yo MTV Raps, and this show came on right after.
Well, so I wasn't Dr. Dre, but that's my answer. It's not Dr. Dre.
Now, all right, Richard.
I'm blanking.
Yeah, this is a tough one. It is Ricky Rathman.
God damn it! I
wouldn't have pulled that 100 times out of 100, so it's all right.
I did know that. I should get half credit for that.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta answer right.
Richard. All right, so back to Richard.
Okay, let's go. American Idols for 200.
American Idols for 2. What American Idol runner-up later became the lead singer for Queen?
Adam Lambert.
Adam Lambert is correct.
Thank you very much.
Rich takes a 3-0 lead. All right, Neal, back to you.
American Idols for 3.
American Idols for 3. After moving to the U.S. in 1981, Billy Idol went solo and released the song Hot in the City and this song, which he said was inspired by his sister.
White Wedding?
White Wedding, indeed. Hey, little sister, what have you done? And apparently his sister had a shotgun wedding back in the early 80s.
Who knew that was so literal?
I'm like, I don't think Eyes Without a Face would be inspired by his sister.
Hopefully, Dancing with Myself would not.
Yeah.
Right. So, Dancing with Myself, I found out, was when he and his band, you guys remember the name of the band?
Generation X.
Right. He and Generation X were touring Tokyo, and at Tokyo discotheques at the time, I guess the fad was to look in the mirror and dance with yourself in the mirror.
Oh.
And he and the band saw a lot of Japanese people dancing with themselves in the mirror, and that inspired the song Dancing with Myself.
Well, it's interesting because the song Turning Japanese is also said to be about the same topic that Dancing with Myself is often taken to reference.
How about that?
Yeah.
Richard knows more than he thinks.
Yeah.
All right, Richard, back to you, sir.
Let's finish up American Idols for 400.
And Richard, I have some exciting news. You have got yourself a big buck duck.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
That's incredible.
This is big. So here's the deal. You can bet up to 10 points on this question.
You mean 1,000 points?
Well, sure. Whatever you want to bet. Just bet whatever you want.
Yeah.
But Neal can take away those points if you get it wrong and he gets it right. So
okay, I'm not going to get it wrong, so I'll bet all the way.
All right, betting 10 points on the big buck duck. Bart Simpson says of this character on the show, he's my idol. I've based my whole life on his teachings.
Would that be would that be Krusty the Clown?
Would that be Krusty the Clown? It would.
Oh, how about that? Yes.
It's pretty.
So
that's
a pretty easy question.
No, there's other people it could have been. Could have been.
So
wow.
I'm gonna go alliterative names for 400.
All right, alliterative names for 400. She was the second First Lady of the United States.
Abigail Adams is that woman.
Abigail Adams is correct. So our score now 13-7. We go back to Richard.
Let's go alliterative names for 200.
Alliterative names for 2. His directorial debut was the 1914 film Caught in the Rain.
Oh my gosh. Charlie Chaplin?
Charlie Chaplin, indeed.
That was lucky.
All right, Neal.
Mount Rushmore of terrible TV for 300.
Mount Rushmore of terrible TV for 300. A suave and elegant university professor can shapeshift into any animal and fight crime in what 1983 show?
This is canonical knowledge for Generation X. I know Richard is wishing he had gotten this question. It is Simon McCorkindale starred in this show as Manimal.
Manimal. That is correct. Richard, I want to ask you a bit about, since we had the topic on American Idols, I want to ask you a bit about your relationship with the show and the book you actually wrote about American Idol.
My relationship, well, it's complicated. So I when I was at the LA Times, we did this thing. It was before the invention of recapping. The word recapping was not known to us yet, but we said different reporters would cover different TV shows as a beat. And I took on American Idol at the time. It was in its I think 4th season and was the biggest show on TV. So I took it on and started writing about it in a very kind of grandiose style, which led to me getting sucked down a rabbit hole and spending 4 years of my life covering American Idol, going to and attending every single taping of it during that time, going on on tour with the Idols multiple times, getting tattooed by one of the Idols, being stuck in an elevator for 2 hours with the singing Archuleta family, the cousins of a young singer on there who continued to sing Michael Rowed the Boat Ashore, even as the oxygen was disappearing from the elevator, which some would...
What a way to go.
Yeah, no, some would think I had entered actual reporting hell there, but it was part of the rich pageant of entertainment in the early 2000s.
Mm-hmm. And then how did you end up getting a whole book out of the thing?
Well, I had a lot of adventures, and at the time, the origin of American Idol was there was a false story that had been told in a column by a New York Times reporter, it was actually the point of it was to aggrandize Rupert Murdoch's daughter. So all the people who were involved in American Idol were seething for years that this story that wasn't actually true had been out there, and they all said, "We will cooperate with you. We'll help you with the book. We'll do everything if you will just tell the real story of the creation of American Idol, and not claim that Liz Murdoch knock off the pedestal the idea that Liz Murdoch came up with it." So that led to me writing a book about the show.
So
that's it's very heartwarming.
Yeah. Isn't that touching? It was the moment when American Idol was the center of the world, and there were there were about 10 of us reporters who got to come into taping, and then it was like the White House press corps outside the gates there, and like every morning show were covering what happened on American Idol the next day, so you were just it was pre-social media, so they weren't all tweeting everything about themselves already, so you were just any tidbits you can emerge from. My great coup was this one day, well, to mix it up for myself, the one thing I did was there was a season that was particularly dominated by teen idols, and I insisted to the Fox people. I said, I want to go into the mosh pit. I want to be there at the spend a show at the center of the screaming, and I did that. I went to the mosh pit, and it was a terrifying experience. But I survived. My readers deserve to know.
Yeah. Well, that's the kind of writer you are, though. You're the Gonzoist of entertainment journalists, really.
I discovered on another show, if you remember, Sanjaya Malakar, who was this became this sort of phenomenon that fans will remember. But there was this girl they focused on who was just crying hysterically while he sang. It was so overcome, and they brought her up on stage at the end, and I waited outside the stage door in the rain for 2 hours for her to emerge, and maybe this was the greatest coup of my career. I brought the world the real story of who was Crying Girl, and I told them that. So, this is real journalism. This wasn't just like fluff that we were doing there.
No.
Yeah, a lot of early 2000s with my trivia career. A lot of that, a lot of girls crying at the beauty of my questions.
Yeah, exactly.
Just couldn't believe.
I don't remember the early 2000s. I recall that I had a vaguely successful literary career, but there were so many drugs involved.
Richard's turn, I believe.
Okay, let's go with the Mount Rushmore of terrible TV for 400 then.
Mount Rushmore of terrible TV for 400, and you have got yourself your second doc, Richard.
So,
amazing.
This is
how many ways I can lose in this game.
Yeah, so this is a chance to really Neal's coffin.
Okay, let's do it. Vote all the way, or bet all the way.
Going for 10. All right.
Putting all my chips down.
Jeff Altman and Keiko Masuda co-starred in what highly bizarre musical variety show that typically took place in a hot tub? Am I in your wheelhouse?
I almost refuse to answer this. It's insulting that anyone would think I
can't. Oh my God.
Of course, Pink Lady and Jeff is. Who doesn't know Pink Lady?
I cannot believe you got Big Butt Guts that were Krusty the Clown and Pink Lady and Jeff. This is not even fair.
Pink Lady. There may be people in the world who don't know Pink Lady and Jeff.
That's right.
Why don't you just ask?
But they're not TV critics.
Why don't you just ask Richard what his middle name is? He's probably more likely to not know that than Pink Lady and Jeff. Fucking believable.
You know what? I think the question came to me. Frankly, it knew that
Yeah, that was the universe at work.
It's my fault. I should have been more aggressive at the bottom of the board. Mount Rushmore of terrible TV for 200. For fuck's sake.
All right. For 200. Jerry Van Dyke starred on what show that debuted in 1965 and featured a 1928 Porter?
My Mother the Car.
Oh, well.
My Mother the Car is correct.
This is a category
right.
for both of us, for Richard and I. We were.
I know. I'm pretty much just serving them up on a platter here.
Yeah.
Jesus. Notice we're avoiding ankles pretty hard.
Yeah. I know. All right, Rich, back to you.
All right, Mount Rushmore Terrible TV for 100 then.
All right. What daily show was hosted by Jim and Tammy Faye Baker for 14 years?
I believe it was the PTL hour? PTL was not PTL?
PTL Club. I'll give it to
Club.
you.
Okay, sorry.
I would give
it's a club.
Yeah.
Then
It was a club. They were hanging out. The whole club was getting together.
Did you have to have a membership to
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Now he's still on TV, by the way.
Really?
And I would encourage you to look it up on YouTube. He does basically the same thing. His big thing now, he does like a televangelist thing, and his big thing is basically preparing for Armageddon. So he sells like giant buckets of mac and cheese. Like giant containers, and you can buy like 25 of these giant containers.
That's the kind of Armageddon I want.
The mac and cheese Armageddon.
Yeah, well, I get to live on mac and cheese on a giant trash can full of mac and cheese for all eternity.
Well, tell Jim Baker that I sent you. Because maybe I'll get a kickback of some sort. But yeah, his big thing is preparing for him. They sell shovels. They just sell the things that you might need. And 10 years ago, that sounded a lot crazier than it does now.
No, it makes sense now. It's
I feel like he was early adapter.
I should. I'll look into that.
Mm-hmm. All right, Neal.
Ankles for 400.
All right, we're going.
I'm getting desperate.
Ankles for 400. What Red Sox pitcher had an infamous bloody ankle in the 2004 ALCS?
Curt Schilling.
Curt Schilling is correct.
That's one Richard wouldn't have known.
I actually wouldn't have known that. I'm sorry to say.
Yeah, he is a big-time piece of shit. I actually had a little Twitter war with Curt Schilling a few years ago. I don't really do Twitter much anymore since Elon took over, but a few years ago I was pretty active, and I had a big back and forth with Schilling. He had posted some awful thing, and then Lenny Dykstra hopped in the middle of it.
Wow.
And called me a pussy. So that was kind of a highlight of my time on Twitter.
Oh, getting into arguments with Republican baseball players?
Well, they were both former Phillies. They were part of the '93 team. So
all right, that's fine. That's fair. Yeah. Your heroes betrayed you by believing something different than you.
Correct. Well, they're also legitimate pieces of shit. Dykstra has gone to jail a few times because he's running scams.
Right. I had a Leroy Neiman poster of Steve Garvey on my bedroom wall.
The That's
when I was a child.
Speaking of wonderful Republicans.
correct.
Yep.
This
What
close
a
to being
guy.
governor.
That's
Yeah,
right.
very close.
That's right. And then wasn't he cheating on his wife? And all
Richard,
right,
it's
so
on you.
back to Richard.
Okay, alliterative names for 100.
Richard is not interested in ankles. This was Joe's son and Hunter's brother.
Bo Biden.
That is
All right. May he rest in peace.
Joe Biden, correct.
The best of us.
Yep.
All right. Ankles for 3.
Ankles for 3. It's a weapon in Clue or an ankle sprain.
A wrench.
It is a wrench. Well done. You guys are knocking this board out.
Okay, ankles for 200.
All right. You treat an ankle sprain with the acronym RICE. The R stands for rest. The I stands for ice. What do the C and E stand for?
So rest, ice, maybe closet, like just stay in the closet and eat. Eat a lot. Stay in the closet and eat.
I know that's what you would do, Richard.
Just until you just bring your bucket of macaroni and cheese into the closet.
Bring the mac and cheese and your shovel into the closet, Jim Baker. I'm going to rest this ankle.
Yeah.
That was a very funny answer, but the correct answer is compression and elevation.
Compression and elevation is correct.
Look at that. Look how many questions I've gotten right, and yet I'm still getting clocked.
No, it's
you literally you just gave Richard an envelope with $10,000 essentially.
Right. All right. So back to Neal. The claw of a bird of prey is known as what from the Latin word for ankle?
Talon.
That is talon from the word talus. Let's get ready to spin that wheel.
Oh, well, all right.
Yeah. Pretty high-tech stuff here, Rich. So we've got a lot of options. We've got a 5-pointer, got a 20-pointer, 30-pointer, 12-pointer, 2 push-ups, a Johnny, which causes everybody to lose all their points, and then it all comes down to one question. And we've got a 10,000-pointer.
All right.
So I'm really kind of hoping for the Johnny here.
I want the 10,000.
Rich wants to walk out of here, a wealthy man. All right, it looks like it is going to come down to one final question. 20 points. The studio audience going wild right now.
Yeah,
Here is our question.
Easy, people. You're too much pressure.
In terms of square mileage, Alaska, Texas, and California are the 3 largest states in the U.S. What is the 4th largest?
Holy mackerel.
In terms of square mileage, Alaska, and I'm going to give you 20 seconds to come up with an answer. You're going to write that answer down.
You said Alaska, Texas, and California were the top 3, right?
Correct.
Right.
So what is the 4th largest in terms of square mileage? I am going to give you 20 seconds to work on your answers. While we wait, folks, if you've made it this far and are enjoying yourself, we want to remind you to please be sure to pass along Good Times and the Greatest to your friends, loved ones, and even perceived enemies. And be sure to subscribe, like, thumbs up, whatever the kids are doing these days, do it. Help us get the word out about Good Times and the Greatest. We want to thank
the best. I think it's the best trivia show on YouTube.
Oh, it definitely is.
It's a wonderful format. Really consistently the best and smartest guests.
Right, exactly.
And you get to watch me lose every week.
Every week almost. Yeah, it's a total win-win.
This was an easy. Right. This is a layup question. I'm going to lose. This
well, I'm not confident about my answer, but I took a. I got to say, I took a
educated guess.
All right. Okay. So, Rich, let's see what you got.
Here it is.
Rich is saying Montana. Neal, what do you have?
I have Montana. It's Montana.
So the correct answer, Montana. Rich is going to come away with the victory.
How about that?
2 big buck ducks once again. Neal's downfall. And so, congratulations, Rich.
I knew both of those answers.
Right.
The question finds you. That's the truth of this.
Why couldn't we have asked anybody else I played against about Pink Lady and Jeff?
I know.
Because
that's the thing. Nobody else would have gotten that one. That's a pretty obscure show.
But here's the thing. Like Richard and I are on this like chat. We're in this chat group with other disaffected Gen X literary types of journalists. They also would have gotten Pink Lady and Jeff.
Yeah,
but they're the only ones.
It lives in the world of 70s TV. So
we literally like the whole point of the group is to like text each other WKRP memes and like and like when Gene Shalit died the other day, it was a big deal for all of us.
Yeah. I'm still feeling that. 100 years.
Maybe
it was the day the music died.
Maybe that's what the show is missing is a hot tub and a couple of beautiful Asian women. I think maybe that's what's going to bring the fans in, Neal. We need to think more like Pink Lady and Jeff.
I'd be fine with that.
I mean, you have to have the charisma of a Jeff Altman to really pull all that together is the thing. It's